Ever wondered why the Jewish community, though small, often achieves remarkable financial success? It's not luck or magic. It's a set of rock-solid financial principles passed down through generations. While others chase trends, they focus on making money reproduce. This video unlocks 5 of their core strategies, timeless wisdom that teaches your money not just to survive, but to thrive and endure. If you're ready to learn the financial lessons most people never get taught, this is for you. 1. Investing in knowledge. What is your most valuable asset? Is it the money in your bank account, your home, your stock portfolio? We're taught to build these things our entire lives, but they can all be lost. A market crash can wipe out your portfolio overnight. A recession could threaten your home. But there is one asset that can never be stolen, never be taxed, and never be devalued by inflation. It's the one asset that the most resilient communities, like the Jewish people, have relied on for centuries to survive and thrive through every crisis: knowledge. When you're in your 20s, you have the luxury of time. You can make financial mistakes and recover. But what happens when you hit your 40s, 50s, or beyond? Suddenly, time is no longer on your side. Every financial misstep carries more weight. A bad investment isn't just a loss, it's a direct threat to your retirement, your peace of mind, and the future you've worked so hard to build. This is the stage where guessing games with your money stop being an option. It becomes a liability. Many people at this stage fall into a dangerous trap. They think, it's too late for me. Financial education is for the young. That is a myth that keeps people trapped in a cycle of financial anxiety. In reality, your age is your advantage. A 25-year-old learns theories. A 45-year-old has the life experience to connect those theories to reality. When you learn about tax optimization at 50, you aren't just saving a few dollars. You could be saving tens of thousands a year, money that could fund your freedom. This is where the game truly changes. The goal is no longer just to earn money. The goal is to build systems that make money for you. So what does this knowledge actually look like? It isn't an MBA. It's practical, real-world skill. First, it gives you control. You stop reacting to scary headlines and start making strategic decisions. You understand your cash flow. You build a real budget, not just a list of expenses. You create an emergency fund that acts as a fortress for your finances. You finally look at your account statement without a knot in your stomach because you know exactly what's happening and why. Second, it unlocks passive income. This is the key to breaking free from the 9-to-5 grind, especially when working until 70 doesn't sound like a plan. Understanding dividend stocks, real estate rentals, or even automated online businesses can open a door you thought was permanently closed. Imagine a life where work becomes a choice, not a chain. That's not a dream, it's a strategy. Finally, knowledge gives you freedom from fear. The world will always be volatile. Inflation will rise, markets will dip, and recessions will come. But when you are financially literate, you don't ride the emotional roller coaster. You have a plan B and a plan C. You know when to be defensive and when to play offense. You follow your strategy, not the crowd. You don't need to change your life overnight. You just need to start with one small step. Pick up one book, watch one educational video on retirement taxes, listen to one podcast on your commute. Start investing in the only asset that guarantees a return, your own mind. Because when you truly understand money, it loses its power over you. You gain something far more valuable than a bigger bank account. You gain freedom. You gain clarity. And you gain peace of mind. Not because you have more money, but because you finally know what to do with it.
2. See money as a tool, not an emotion. What's the biggest threat to your financial future? Is it the stock market? Inflation? A recession? No. The biggest threat is much closer to home. It's the silent battle waged every single day inside your own mind, the battle between logic and emotion. For many, money is tangled up with ego. It's a way to prove our worth, to show we've made it. But for the communities that build lasting wealth, like the Jewish people, this is a dangerous trap. They teach a different philosophy, one that can change everything for you. Money is not a measure of your worth. It is simply a tool. Nowhere is this lesson more critical than in midlife. This is when the pressure becomes immense. You're not just providing for your family, you're navigating an invisible scorecard. Your friends are buying bigger houses. Your colleagues are driving newer cars. Social media is a constant parade of luxury vacations. And the temptation hits. The urge to spend, not for the joy of the item, but to quiet the voice in your head that asks, "Am I falling behind?" This is the midlife trap. sacrificing your future freedom for your present ego. It's a trade most people make without even realizing it. But the Jewish mindset offers a way out. They understand that every dollar you spend is a vote. You can either vote for a fleeting ego boost, or you can vote for your long-term freedom. A flashy watch won't help you sleep at night during a market downturn. It won't fund your retirement. It won't buy you peace of mind. So how do you start using money as a tool? It comes down to two simple but powerful rules. The first rule is tame the credit card. For most people, a credit card is a shortcut to a life they can't afford. It's a high-interest loan disguised as convenience. The disciplined mind uses it differently. Only spend what you can pay off in full that same month. No exceptions. They know that consumer debt is the fastest path to financial slavery. And the second rule is, before you buy anything, whether it's a coffee or a car, ask yourself one question. Does this serve my long-term goals? If the answer is no, you walk away, even if it's 50% off. This isn't about deprivation, it's about direction. It's the simple filter that protects your future from your fleeting emotions. When you master your emotions, something incredible happens. You stop using money to impress people and start using it to build a life. You begin to treat it like a craftsman treats a hammer, with purpose. Suddenly, you realize what money can truly buy. It can buy peace of mind through a fully funded emergency fund. It can buy time by investing in sources of passive income that free you from the 9-to-5. And ultimately, it can buy choice, the freedom to live a life not dictated by a paycheck. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being strategic. Living below your means isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of immense control. In a world screaming at you to spend, discipline is a superpower. Start today. Redefine what money is for. It's not for showing off. It's not for filling an emotional void. It's a tool to protect your family, build your future, and finally live on your own terms.
3. Prioritize income-generating assets. Is your money working right now, or is it just sleeping? Most people think owning assets is the key to wealth. A house, a car, some savings in the bank. But the Jewish community, masters of wealth preservation, abide by a different rule. Don't just own assets that work. They understand a dangerous truth that many overlook. Some assets are a ticking time bomb. They don't build your wealth, they quietly bleed you dry. Think about the modern definition of success, especially in midlife. It's a beautiful, oversized house that generates zero income. It's a brand new car that loses half its value in 5 years while the payments keep draining your account month after month. These aren't assets, they are well-disguised liabilities. They are financial quicksand. Now, compare that to a small, boring rental property. It's not glamorous, it won't get you likes on social media, but every single month it puts cash into your pocket. While the new car is consuming your wealth, the rental is building it. This is the fundamental choice you have to make. Do you want assets that you serve or assets that serve you? If you're over 35 with a stable income, this is the perfect time to make a strategic pivot. The goal is no longer just to save money. The goal is to turn your savings into a workforce. You need to start building your portfolio of income-generating assets. And you don't need a fortune to start. This isn't just a game for the rich. It can be as simple as buying a few shares in a solid, dividend-paying company. It can be investing in a REIT, a fund that owns income-producing real estate, so you can be a landlord without the headaches. For those with more capital, a well-managed rental unit can become your first real engine of passive income. Why is this so critical? Because this strategy doesn't just give you more money, it gives you something far more valuable. First, it gives you control. When you have cash flow independent of your job, you have a financial safety net. A job loss, a health emergency, a market crash, these events are still stressful, but they are no longer catastrophic. You have a buffer. You have armor. Second, it gives you options. When your entire life isn't funded by a single paycheck, you can finally breathe. You can switch careers. You can take a sabbatical to learn a new skill. You can walk away from a toxic work environment without panicking about next month's bills. Most importantly, it unlocks the ultimate financial principle practiced by the Jewish community. Live off the yield, not the principle. Your goal shouldn't be to work forever. It should be to build a financial system that works for you, even when you're sleeping. So look at where your money is right now.
Is it parked in assets that are slowly losing value, or is it invested in engines that are driving you toward freedom? Every dollar you own is either a weight holding you down or a worker building your future. The choice is yours. Ask yourself, are my assets taking money from me or making money for me? Your answer is the first step toward a future where you don't just live, you thrive.
4. Invest for the long term. Don't chase the hype. What's the loudest voice in your financial life? Is it the 24/7 news cycle screaming about the next hot stock? Is it the social media hype around a new cryptocurrency? Or is it that nagging fear in the back of your mind that you are missing out? This is the chaos of modern investing. It's a world built on speed, hype, and the promise of instant wealth. But the Jewish community, renowned for building fortunes that last for generations, operates on a completely different frequency. They follow a principle that feels almost radical today: patience. They don't chase trends. They don't gamble on promises. They understand that in the world of finance, the greatest superpower isn't genius, it's time. When you're young, a bad investment is a lesson. When you're in your 40s or 50s, a bad investment can be a catastrophe. Time is no longer an infinite resource. You have a mortgage, a family to support, and a retirement that is no longer a distant dream, but a rapidly approaching reality. There is simply less room to recover from a major loss. Yet this is precisely when so many fall into the trap of impatience. They see their savings and think it's not enough. They hear a story about someone who tripled their money in crypto and think, I need that. They pour their hard-earned money into a speculative bet, hoping for a miracle. This isn't investing. It's gambling with your future. The disciplined investor, like those in the Jewish tradition, knows that true wealth isn't built overnight. It's cultivated over decades. The secret weapon isn't a hot tip. It's one of the oldest forces in finance: compound interest. Think of it like a financial snowball. A small, smart investment is the core. As it rolls downhill through time, it doesn't just get bigger, it gathers momentum, growing faster and faster. This force doesn't require brilliance, it requires discipline. It means choosing a quality asset, like an index fund or shares in a stable, proven company, and having the courage to hold on for 10 years, 20 years, through all the market storms. As the great investor Warren Buffett said, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Let's be clear, this path isn't glamorous. You won't have much to brag about at a dinner party after 6 months. But in 10 years, you'll have something far more valuable than bragging rights. You'll have peace of mind. You won't be rattled by every market dip. You won't feel the need to check your portfolio every hour. You will sleep soundly, knowing your financial future is standing on a foundation of solid rock, not shifting sand. This strategy frees you from the emotional roller coaster of greed and fear. You aren't trying to get rich quick. You are executing a plan to stay wealthy. So I urge you to ask yourself, what is your strategy? Are you chasing the fleeting thrill of a short-term win, or are you patiently building a legacy of true financial security? In midlife, this choice defines everything. You can let the noise of the market dictate your actions, or you can choose the quiet, steady path of the long-term architect. Don't let the glitter of once-in-a-lifetime opportunities blind you to what really matters. The goal isn't to get rich fast. It's to build a future so secure that you never have to worry about becoming poor.
5. Teaching finance as a family value. In most family, money is a taboo topic. We're taught it's rude to ask questions. Spouses hide credit card debt in shame. Parents make financial decisions in secret, leaving their children completely in the dark. But silence doesn't make the problem disappear. It just turns it into poison, creating tension, conflict, and resentment that can tear a family apart. But what if there was another way? The Jewish community treats financial education not as a taboo, but as a basic life skill, as normal as teaching a child to brush their teeth. From a young age, they don't just give their children money, they give them the tools to understand it. An allowance isn't for spending, it's a lesson in budgeting. Saving isn't a punishment, it's a habit. This simple shift changes everything. It transforms a group of individuals living under one roof into a single, powerful financial unit, all moving toward the same goals. Let's be honest. Money is a leading cause of divorce, not because couples lack money, but because they lack a shared language to talk about it. One spouse is saving for the future, while the other is secretly accumulating debt. The parents feel the financial pressure, while the children just feel the tension without understanding why. These aren't personal failures. They are the symptoms of a family culture where money is a forbidden topic. If you're in midlife, now is the perfect time to break the cycle. You have the wisdom to see the consequences of financial silence, and you have the power to build a new culture for your family. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to start. Start with transparency. Sit down with your partner and look at the monthly budget together. No blame, just facts. This single act can build more trust than years of silence. Narrate your decisions. Instead of just saying no to a big purchase, explain why. We're choosing to save that money for our family vacation next year. This turns a restriction into a shared goal. Create a family money meeting. Once a month, talk about your progress. Are you closer to paying off the car? Are you on track with a college fund? Make it a normal, collaborative conversation. When you do this, you give your family more than just financial stability. You give them armor. When an unexpected bill arrives, you don't panic and point fingers. You collaborate on a solution. More importantly, you give your children a priceless gift: financial literacy. They won't grow up with the same anxiety and fear around money that haunts so many adults. They will learn responsibility, discipline, and control. When the time comes for you to pass on your legacy, they will be ready, not just to receive it, but to protect and grow it. If you didn't grow up this way, it's not your fault, but it is your opportunity to change things for the next generation. Teaching your family about money doesn't require perfection. It just requires you to start the conversation. Because the greatest inheritance you can give your children isn't your money. It's the wisdom to manage it. If you've ever believed wealth is for other people, it's time to reconsider. These 5 principles aren't secrets. They are simply habits that work when repeated. You don't need a life overhaul. Just a small mindset shift each day can take you to an amazing place in 5 or 10 years. If this resonated, please like, subscribe, and share. Now tell me in the comments, which one principle will you apply first? I read them all. See you next time, where we use money as a tool for a purposeful life.